Democrats moving one step closer to controlling the Senate. Raphael Warnock has been declared the winner in one of two U.S. Senate races in Georgia, defeating Republican incumbent Kelly Loeffler and becoming the state's first black senator.
Now, control of the Senate hangs on the outcome of the other race, which right now is too early to call. It's a tight race between Republican David Perdue and Democrat Jon Ossoff. With the majority of the votes counted, there's just a fraction of a percent difference, and so many people keeping a close eye on that race this morning. But how does that race impact us right here in Indiana? Fox 59's Alexa Green is joining us now to explain. Good morning, Alexa.
Good morning to you, Britt and Scott. And there are a number of reasons that Hoosiers should care about this. In the main one, let's get to it. It's this race. It will determine who controls the Senate, and that is absolutely huge. Democrats, as we mentioned, already have clinched one seat, but they need Ossoff to win that as well to give the Senate that 50-50 split. And that would mean that Vice President-elect Kamala Harris would have the crucial tie-breaking vote to push through Joe Biden's priorities once he takes office. Biden has also indicated if Democrats do in fact take Georgia and the Senate, Americans will likely receive a $2,000 stimulus check. The higher amount was rejected by the Senate in favor of $600 payouts. But if just one of the Republican incumbents holds on to their seat, the Senate would remain in GOP control. Earlier this week, both President Trump and President-elect Biden were in Georgia to campaign and encourage residents there to get out and vote.
Make sure your vote is counted. Make sure they don't let you say, I'm sorry, somebody else has already voted for you.
The power is literally in your hands. One state can chart the course, not just for the next 4 years, but for the next generation.
This Senate race also is having an impact on the market. Dow futures turned following the Warnock projection, while the S&P 500 and NASDAQ futures have been lower all night long. As for U.S. equities, one expert says keeping the Senate in control of the GOP is a good scenario, saying that markets really like the idea of a divided government. So a lot hinging on this highly contested election. Of course, we're going to be following this closely all morning long. We'll have updates for you on air and online. Scott and Britt, we'll send it back to you.